Coach, for you, this Super Bowl, kind of a unique experience. You got a couple of guys that train here at your facility, at your school, playing in the game or on the Rams roster, and you're also pretty familiar with the Rams and playing in the Super Bowl and coaching in the Super Bowl. Can you kind of tell us about that experience?
Yeah, it was my first year in the NFL as a coach in 2001, and sure enough, we ended up going to the Super Bowl and, of course, playing the New England Patriots. And the fond memories, of course, at the end, the way the final field goal went through the uprights and they ended up winning the game, of course. But I'll tell you, it was a great experience, not only as a coach, but just watch the players and how they responded.
I think so many people from the fans' perspective, they obviously understand how difficult it is to get to the Super Bowl, but then again, they may not understand how difficult it is and how much everything has to go right to get to the Super Bowl. Can you kind of talk about just what a team has to go through over the course of a season to get to that game?
I mean, just luck has a lot to do with it. You know, you hear it all the time, and you'd rather be lucky than good. And I really believe that because it's time where the ball has to bounce your way. You look at Dan Marino, who never had that opportunity. Myself, I went to 2 NFC Championship games, but never had a chance to go to a Super Bowl. And then in 01, getting that opportunity to finally be part of the greatest show on turf, of course, with Isaac, Torrey, Ricky Pro, Azeem, was a blessing to be part of that. But it's easy to take for granted. I remember coming into the league in '83. Eric Dickerson was our running back, so he carried us into the playoffs each and every year, but never got to the Super Bowl. So just to have a little luck on your side, it really makes a difference. And then once you get there, you got to be able to put the hoopla aside and be able to go out and play the game. And that's always the toughest part. And that's where, with New England, they have that experience. They've been there time and time again. Of course, me being a diehard Ram fan, I'm rooting for my hometown team of the Rams and to put it together and make things happen.
You also spent more seasons in the NFL, over almost a decade coaching in the NFL. So you were kind of there at the start of the of the Patriots dynasty,
yes.
And now you kind of got to coach against them, and then now from afar, what makes them so good? Why are they so good year after year?
Consistency. I think that separates a good team from a great team is the consistency in which they do things. They do it time in, time out. They do it without great players. That's the amazing part about it. Bill and they come. I'll tell you what, you got to take my hat off and give them a lot of credit because they bring in guys, the Walkers back in the day, the Edelmans, and time again they make things happen. Of course, that all works around Brady. He does a great job with it. And
then being a Rams guy, you got to be excited about a guy like Sean McVay. What he can maybe bring to that franchise, obviously this year, but then maybe in future years too.
No doubt, a young man, young offensive-minded guy that really is what the quarterback needed. And I mean, he just brought it in, brought that attitude, got a great coaching staff around him, and brought it together. Timing is everything, and it's our time.
3 kids here from San Antonio, or young men, we should say, from San Antonio, playing in the Super Bowl in the biggest game. How cool is that?
I mean, you couldn't ask for better. Because like I say, the opportunity doesn't happen very often, and the timing of it, to be on the team, to be part of it, playing or not, it doesn't make a difference. But the fact you're part of that atmosphere is something else.
I know where your allegiances lie, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Let's get your Super Bowl prediction.
I couldn't tell you point-wise, but I know one thing, the Rams will win the game.